Hey guys, so I don't know when this video journey will start. So in the event that it starts right here, this is where we're gonna start. So yesterday I had my last ultrasound before I start taking these drugs for egg freezing. I am freezing my eggs. So yesterday I had an ultrasound and a blood test. The blood test was for the estrase, which was estrogen. So I had to take estrogen on the 22nd day of my last cycle. So basically 7 days before this cycle starts, which I'm currently on. So these are some caps and stuff. So tomorrow I start taking these pills. So I have to be very careful because my full name is on this stuff. So I'm supposed to mix these two things together and then inject it into my body, along with another thing that's in the fridge. And this is the kit, and I wanted to open this with you guys because I want to make sure everything's in there that I need, which is like the alcohol wipes and etc. He said, like, the pharmacist guy said everything was in here, so let's see. I don't even know how it opens. Oh my god. And I don't want to be like breaking things just in case anything has to go back. Oh my god. And of course I still break it anyways. Okay, so it says 12 needles, 12 syringe, 12 alcohol pads. Now, oh, and a little bag. So I went to Shoppers Drug Mart today and got one of these. But I'm also going to be working, so I can't be toting this around, so I'm actually glad that this exists. There's also these shots. I don't start these yet. I have 5 of these, 12 of these, and then 12 other shots in the fridge. You guys, it's feeling very real, like this is happening. Like, oh my god. Okay, cool. Alright, I feel a little bit better.
Lots of the wipes?
12 only. So 1 for each of these. But I need another 12 wipes. Because the other thing, I'm taking 24 shots here, technically, between this and the one that's in the fridge. So I'm taking 2 shots a day around the same time. So let's talk about this. So I just bought this medication yesterday. I paid for it. I'm waiting to be reimbursed by my insurance. This costs $3,227.50. Very, very expensive. I'll pause it there. Okay, so as I was saying, it costs $3,227.50, and there's more medication to purchase eventually. And so I had to submit the receipt, and then I'll see what I get back. They should give me back pretty much everything, minus $9, give or take. Anyways, so as I was doing this, I was thinking about like how much it costs. So to freeze my eggs, it's well over $10,000. So I've already paid $10,000, and every time I go and get blood work done, it costs $150, and I just did one yesterday, so I paid $150 separate from the $10,000. And when I go back in a week, I will be paying $150 again, separate from the $10,000 and separate from the $3,000. So it is a lot of money, and I think about, yes, this is a personal choice. I want to have kids, and I want to just secure my future in the event that it takes a little bit longer. than I anticipated. Honestly, I never thought that I would be without kids up to now, but in a way, you know, I could have chosen the wrong father for my child. So I'm happy that that didn't happen. And also I'm happy, no matter when I have children, I want them. Children will never happen to me. I know a lot of people who children have happened to, and some rise to the occasion, and a lot of them crumble, and the kids suffer because of it. So I say that to say that I want kids, I desire kids, and I'm investing financially into making sure that I do have kids. Now, back to the financial part of it. So I've watched some videos of other people who have gone through this, and some of them have insurance that cover it. Yay them. I'm not in that situation, so I have to cover it out of pocket. Some of them have parents who love and care about them, or even if they don't, they want to support their child, so they are investing financially. They're like, I don't know what you need, but this is all I have to give, and they give. Those people are wonderful. I don't have that situation. My dad passed away when I was 19, so I don't have a father here who may or may not help. So I'm taking up the financial responsibility on my own, which again, it is my choice to freeze my eggs. Okay, I want to make that clear. But it would be like if I had, like, my future daughter, my future son, if they were in a situation where they're like, you know, I want to freeze my eggs, I want to give myself a little bit more time, instantly, whatever they need, I'm putting forth something financial to secure that. I would never, like, not be present to help in that situation. My kids would be able to come and confide in me and be like, hey, I want to do this. Anyhow, so yeah, it's a lot, and I have to work at the same time. Somehow I've low-key managed, and I don't know, I honestly think it's God, because, you know, I just had vacation, and it worked out that the day I was coming back from my trip worked out that the very next day, I'm still technically on vacation, but that's when I had to go do my ultrasound, which means I didn't have to call in sick for work. I didn't have to make other arrangements. So it worked out that way. Now I'm going back to work starting tomorrow, and I'm starting these shots, and I'm like, I'm nervous because, like, the area needs to be clean, and, like, I'm just praying to God I just, you know, I don't have a long day. And then when I start taking these shots, the day I'm supposed to have the ultrasound to see how the eggs are doing, I happen to be off again, and I don't know, like, literally do not know how it's possible that my schedule has just lined up this way. And so I'm very grateful. It's just like, yes, this is God at work. I don't want this to be too long of a video, so maybe I'll post this part separately from, like, me doing, you know, the actual shots and stuff. And if you follow me on TikTok, I'll probably be going live shortly. Anywho, so as I was saying, yeah, so my schedule is worked out, so I feel like, you know, it's God's timing. You know, maybe my dad's, like, looking over me because this is all happening around his birthday and stuff like that, so it feels very, like, maybe this is right. This is how it's supposed to be. And I want to talk about what prompted this, so I'm going to stop the video, start it again. So the whole thing that started this, a few years back, I've always had really bad periods, guys. Always. My period are very regular, very, very painful, debilitating painful. I take a lot of pills when I'm on my period. But, like, once I'm a few days in, I'm good. Like, I will be alright. But, so anyways, I'm like, okay, I had the doctors, like, give me an ultrasound, and they found out I had fibroids. Currently, I have 7. I need surgery. They don't appear to be very large, but they're in positions that are not ideal. So when I went to go see a gynecologist, she was like, before we do this, you should probably freeze your eggs just in case anything goes wrong. Before this, I had not done any specific blood test, ultrasound, or anything like that to investigate if I could even have children, which is blowing my mind that this is not done before it becomes urgent. I think that this should just be a part of adulthood for women. Let us know that we can have children, like starting at 18. Do we possess the hormones? Is everything on the up and up? How is our ovarian reserve? So the first thing you do is go check your ovarian reserve. I did that. I've done it 2 times. And I like the number. I like the number. The doctor liked the number. We're all pleased with what's going on. I was nervous. I didn't know what would be good. But my reserve is way younger than my age, and I appreciate that. Yay body. Yay God. Thank you children. So with that being said, I'm like, okay, so we have to move forward. I had a bad experience with a gynecologist, or I don't even know what to call them, another doctor that was going to freeze my eggs. So I switched to a different doctor, and it's been moving a lot quicker. But be in the mind frame that this will take 2 to 6 months. It sounds crazy, but that's how long it takes. Because you go, and they want to check you on your first period. My period was already happening when I had my first appointment. So I had to wait for the next month. And then they checked. But this is after them already having the information from my previous ovarian reserve, like, ultrasound. And then, so I'm like, okay, but you have this information. Nope, they still wanted to look. Which is great, because then I saw that the number went up. So I'm like, yay, even better. So then after you do that second appointment, you do, like, they test you for everything. All the STDs, like, if you have antibodies to certain things, like chickenpox, measles, mumps, rubella, da-da-da-da. I've never had the chickenpox, so they were a little surprised by that, but so I don't have any protection for that. I don't really care. I whatever. So after that, then they prescribe you this pill. It depends. Like, my situation, I only needed estrogen to do the priming, so all my follicles could start to grow at the same time. So typically, when you have a period, 1 egg starts to develop, maybe two, because I'm a twin, and twins run in my family. So maybe 2 eggs will develop, and you'll release 2 at the same time. And then if you comes into contact with sperm, you have a baby. Or you release 1. So they try to make sure there's no dominant follicles and that they're all here. So, and then you start the shots, which I'm about to start tomorrow, and that will help them grow even faster, even call more to come, and we'll go from there. I'm going to be recording every single day of me taking the shots, whether I'm at work or whether I'm at home. So it depends. The footage may not all be the same, because I might use my phone, or I might be using my camera like I am today. Yeah, anyway, so all that came to be because of me needing fibroid surgery. And so once this is done, I'm still on the wait list, because in Canada, healthcare is free. This is not free. This is an elective. This is something I'm choosing to do. Because that I still have to wait even after I freeze my eggs. Yeah. Hopefully I'll never have to use these eggs, but if I do, I have them. And that makes me happy. It makes me sleep at night. There's this lady, and shout out to you if you ever see this video. You're very inspiring. Her name is Calais Stewart, and she froze her eggs when she was 37, and she's currently pregnant. and she's 49 years old, and again, she wanted to be a mom, and she threw an egg party where she asked her friends to like donate it, because you know, we go to baby showers, we go to birthday parties. I don't have kids. I've literally stopped going to birthday parties, unless they're like my nieces, and I don't even do that too often because they're not close by. Anyways, yeah, so she had people come and they would like, oh, here's $100 towards your egg freezing, here's $50, and that combined could pay for medication, that could pay for you know, the whole process, or that could pay for a year of storage, what have you. She's doing that. I don't live in a community or have those kind of, even though I come from a large family, we don't have, I don't have that. So everything's on me, and I'm hoping that if you're in my situation, that, you know, God got you. He'll take care of it. It is very expensive, but I think it's worth it. It's worth it, even if I never use the eggs there and I just get pregnant naturally. At least I have it. It is my insurance, and it gives me hope that, you know, I will have children one day, whether it be solo parenting or I meet the perfect person and we have kids, because I am determined to have a good father for my child, or I will parent myself. I will solo parent, because having kids with the wrong person is just, I don't know if I'm built for it, you know. So I don't want that to be my story, and I'm okay being a solo parent. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And while there are people that, you know, are more focused on that, being a family unit, that would be ideal, but it's not the end all be all for me and my situation. So because I want to be married and I want all of that, and if that's not coming on my timeline, I can have a kid and meet a husband later. So yeah, the next time you guys will see me is me giving myself some shots, and yeah, talk to you later. If you guys have any questions about like the whole cost breakdown, trust me, I can show you some receipts. It's outrageous, but I'm doing it. So comment down below. Bye.